Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring you my expectations for One Piece, the manga, in 2016. So, just looking back at the last two arcs, we had Dressrosa, that ran from 2013 to late 2015, and before that we had Punk Hazard, which ran from 2012 2013, and what I think 2016 of One Piece will consist of is Zao. However, I don't think the whole of Zao will be completed within this time. I think Zao won't be as long as Dressrosa and just slightly longer than Punk Hazard was, so or run for more than a year. So this whole year for One Piece, I'm expecting it to consist of the Zao arc. And now, what I expect from the Zao arc is three things. I expect it to consist of the whole adventures of Zao on Zao, obviously. We get to see what Sanji's doing at present. I do believe we're going to go into a flashback to see why he went away, but we'll also get some real time action of Sanji to see where he is and what he's up to at now. And I think the transition for the next arc will consist of the Blackbeard pirates versus the revolutionaries. But like I said, I don't think we have enough time to get into that for this year alone because Oda, he just likes to take his time with his arcs, and plus we always have breaks from Oda. He's known to take breaks probably about once a month, so I don't think we'll get onto that. But I do think that this year, the 2016, I should say, will consist of the Adventures of Zao. We'll probably have all of that wrapped up and then move on to Sanji. If not, we'll start on Sanji by the time the year finishes, 2016. So for Zao, so from most of it so far has been flashback. We've just been learning what happened to the Minx tribe over, I think it was a 10-day period, which is different. We usually get flashbacks in the middle towards the end of arcs, but now we're getting it early on. So maybe after this, it's going to be just action non-stop. But maybe there'll probably be some flashbacks in there somewhere, but maybe be more action based. Maybe others getting the flashbacks out of the way early this arc for a change. But yeah, most of it has been about that so far. And the most important thing that I'm noticing about this arc so far is Rizo. And we know that Jack's crew came to Zao to look for Rizo. And we know that the Minx tribe says that they don't know him at all. Now, this is actually quite interesting, and it's something I noticed a couple chapters back, and I was saving for this video. So I'm now going to show you two panels. Now, the first one is from chapter 806, and that is where we see Kinimon, we see Konjiro, and we see Rizo. Now, the second one is from chapter 808, and we see this guy. Now, isn't that Rizo? Now, this clip from 808 is taken from the flashback where Jack's come to town and he's invading through, and this clip shows Rizo. I'm pretty sure it's Rizo, and he's shouting. I can't remember what the clip says right there, but you can read it on the screen. It's there for you. And yeah, so if he's shouting that, he was there when Jack came through. Now, it's making me think, how has he been living on Zao and the Minx not knowing about him? Because I don't think that the Minx have been lying when they said we don't know Rizo, he's not in the country, etc., etc. But how has he been keeping his identity a secret all this time? Has he been living under a face name? Is it a ninjutsu? We don't know. But yeah, I do believe for 2016 we will get some answers out of Rizo, like what is his importance. Yeah, just basically what is his importance. We'll do get some info out of Rizo, because yeah, he's that's blatantly him in the flashback. he's been kept out of the story. We see him early falling out of the sky, falling out of Zal. So we also need to know why that happened, and they're keeping him out of the story because that happened. And then the whole thing when the water, when the Zal was washing his back, so he fell down further again. They're keeping him out of the story, and obviously doing this for a reason. So we need some answers about him, and I do believe that will come for 2016. Something that has been bugging me about this arc so far is we don't know who the villain yet, and I can't really think of a time where we have gone so far into an arc chapter wise, and we don't know who the villain yet. Just looking back at the last two arcs, okay, we were going into Dressrosa knowing who the villain was, Don Flamingo. Punk as it by now we could suspect. I'm sure we did know, but we had some hints as to who they were going to be fighting because early within the arc, Sanji and them lot got kidnapped. So like we had ideas of who the villain is, but for this arc so far, there's nothing because as far as right as of right now, there is no threat on Zal. All we're learning about is what happened a couple of days back. So there is no villain on Zal right now. So just based on what we have, I came up with my own villain. So we know that Jack's crew came to Zal looking for Raizo. So we can assume Kaido wants Raizo for some reason. So it seems how Kaido wants Raizo, and Kaido's a Yonko, and he's got loads of people under his flag, under his jurisdiction, whichever way you want to spin it. I'm going to assume that Kaido is going to send someone else to Zal. Now, who is he going to send? It could be just about anybody. It could be someone new, someone that we don't know, just some fresh blood for the story of One Piece. Or I had another idea, and I like this idea better. We know that X Drake serves under Kaido, so why not send him? I believe sending X Drake would make for a more exciting arc. Not because I think not because I think that X Drake is going to be some incredibly strong character and have a incredibly strong crew. No, it's just simply because he's another supernova, and him going to Zal would mean that three supernovas clash. Just for the hype factor of that alone would make for a better arc. I also think that it would be good because the interaction between Luffy and X Drake should be interesting because you need to remember Dolphy killed X Drake's dad, so now with them interacting with one another, will X Drake be thankful? Will he be thankful to Luffy because revenge sort of, or like will it be some sort of different reaction? I see this arc going like this. Kaido sends X Drake and his crew to Zal. They arrive at Zal, and that's when X Drake finds out that it's Luffy that is there. Because X Drake is grateful to Luffy for getting revenge for him by defeating Don Flamingo, he asks Luffy, can you not interfere? Can you just give up Raizo? Because Luffy is going to see Raizo as a nakama of a nakama, he's going to be like, no, if you want him, you're going to have to beat me. That's when we get to see our fight. That's when we get to see the supernovas clash. During the fight, X-Drake is going to realize he cannot win, and just to save himself the trouble, because he's still grateful to Luffy for what he did by defeating Don Flamingo, he's going to give up. Must go away and tell Kaido, he couldn't get him, or just lie and say he wasn't there when he reached. I've always wondered, imagine there's a supernova, because we know Luffy is really strong now because of Gear 4, but imagine like some of the other supernovas have strength equal to Gear 4, like that would be nice to see. That's the whole reason why I want to see a supernova competition, because I want to see how they stand in comparison to Luffy. You need to remember, before the time skip, Kid who had the highest bounty. So and then like I know I've said it before, bounty doesn't equal strength, but it's just interesting to see like Luffy is not guaranteed to be the strongest. So a competition between supernovas would be nice to see. And that's it. That's all I predict for 2016. Like I said earlier, if we do move on to Sanji, like I have no idea at this moment in time of how that would roll out. So we'll just have to see how that would go. Other minor expectations for 2016 is just some good fights, but I want to see the Hearts Pirates take center stage with the fights. Like I said previously, I do want my combination technique between Beppo and Nami, the two navigators of the two crews. But yeah, I just want to see the other Hearts Pirates fight as well. We did get a nice screenshot of them in chapter 810, but I want to see what they can do fighting wise. Because if they're going to be allied with the Straw Hats for a while, I need to see what they can do. But yeah, that's it, guys. Like always, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, Happy New Year. Well, I'm not sure when I put this video out, but yeah, definitely Happy New Year. But take care. Have a nice day.